Hey guys, I know this is a little bit different than what I usually do. Either I do covers or whatever. But today I'm going to show you how to learn the gigachad theme in 1 minute. Well, each thing only takes 1 minute for you to learn, but to master it might take a little around 20 minutes of straight practicing. So to start the thing, if you've never played piano, I suggest you go watch a tutorial how to play piano first, then learn this. But for those who have touched the piano, or at least how to do that basically. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be using the do to do scale. If you want the C to C scale, I'll also do that right after this video. So here we go. How to learn gigachad in 1 minute. Now there's 5 steps. Well, I shouldn't say 5 steps. Well, there are 5 steps. So there's 4 different forms. The very beginner form, the intermediate form, the late intermediate form, and then the actual version, good form. So what you have to start first is to start with your left hand and place it on do or C. One finger like this. And while holding this note down, you want to take your left hand and go to T or B in this C scale. So do this. Now I know it sounds a little weird, but that's how it's supposed to start. Once I put everything together, you'll see. So you go, press this 3 times like this. And then after that, you want to go to D, then back down to C. You can already see how it sounds a bit, and then add the pedal later, it'll sound like this. And then for the second thing, it's the exact same thing on the right hand, but the left hand moves to A or La. So it goes something like this all together. Then what we want to do is take your thumb and move it up past your original C, which is this one, and go all the way to E. So altogether, the first part should sound something like this. And for the final part, hold down this finger and then let go and then just play this. Okay, so let me just do it again. Let go, then take your right hand, put it back on B and go to E, and then B, B, E, E, B. So altogether, the first part, the first level of gigachad should sound something like this. You guys pay attention still, hopefully. See? Now, if that's too hard for you, you can also do this. It'll still sound correct, but not as cool as... Anyways, that is only the easiest form. Here's the second form. So to take it up a notch, we're going to add one more note on this hand and one more note on this hand. So what we're going to do is get your fingers in the ready position, which is left on C, and then right on B. This is what we did before. Okay, so after that is done, you want to add to T a Mi or an E. So the order is E and then B, or Mi and T. And then on the left hand, you want to move it down so that it does not influence the right hand, and move the left hand down to 2 C's, 1 octave away. So it's not this, it's 2 C's. So you want to do this, and then for this hand, as you're holding it down, never keep your hand off E unless you're going to play another one of these. So you want to do this 3 times, then without moving the thumb, keep it on E, go to D, C. So first sound is just something like this. Now to add a little bit more of a flex on a more beginner one, just lift your finger up and play it down again. So something like this. So that is, but instead of doing what I did, it's then move it to A, but it's an octave. And then after doing the second one, you move it to E, which is another octave. So the whole thing, and then at the end you still got. So it should sound something like this all together for the second form. Gigachad would be very proud of you guys if you guys actually are able to learn all this. I'm teaching you guys to learn in 1 minute is because it only takes 1 minute to teach and then another minute to play it through. So I'm going to basically give you guys the entire process that I took to learn this. Now the third form is going to be a little bit harder. So instead of, well, the left hand's still the same. Instead of 2 hits, it's 3 now. So it's C, 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 A, A, E, E, E. So 3 C's, 3 A's, and 3 E's. And the right hand still follows sort of the same pattern, but instead of just E and B, you also add a G. So it sounds something like this. Hold on. See how that is? And instead of only moving to D and C, it's 2 fingers. So what you're doing is you're not moving the thumb on E for right hand and the second index finger on G. You're just moving the pinky. Or if you're using the 4th finger, you're moving the 4th finger. So to make it more comfortable, play E, G, and B with 1, 2, and 4, but then play E, G, D, E, G, C with pinky. But these 2 fingers don't move like this. It's just the pinky that moves. So without the left hand out of the way, it's just. So 1, 2, 3, pinky, pinky, 1. So you're only moving the 4th and the 5th finger, so the thumb and index are staying on the same notes. And the rhythm is really hard to explain. You just have to listen to the song to sort of figure it out. So basically what are you going to do is, okay, maybe this will be better if I place it like this. You guys can see. That's all I'm doing. And also the last part, it's finally time to change it from this to 2 fingers, which is an octave. So that took me a while to get the hang of it because your hands get sort of trembling once you play it for a long time. And for the left hand, it's going to stay this for the final form as well. You're just going to add one more note into there at the final form. So after you've done the entire thing, the third form should sound something like this. Okay, now the 4th form is actually really hard because instead of doing these, you're not using them anymore, you ditch them. Now you're going to move your hand up to an octave of B, which is 2 T's, and then add the D into there, which is an array. So it'll be, instead of, which honestly sounds more accurate to me, but you could also keep it there and just add the right hand, left hand in there. So I'll also teach you the left hand, also the last form. So the last form is basically the same exact thing, which we've been doing for the previous form, which is. But instead of that, you're gonna add one note into it. So keep your hand in that form, and put your hand on 2 octaves of C and add in a G, which is a so, like this. You can use your index finger if you're more comfortable. You don't have to use your middle finger. And after that, keep your hand in that position. Move it down so that both thumb and pinky are over A, which is La, and your index or middle finger should be on E. After you're done with that, move it upwards, and so your pinky and your thumb should be on E, and your index finger should be on T. So all together should sound pretty familiar. The only thing you're changing about your right hand is instead of using E so T at E so B, is it B? Yeah. E so B, it's B, D, B. So altogether it just sounds something like this. And I'll teach you a fancy form later. Alright, let's start on C, make sure. Now to really impress your friends, here's a rhythm you can learn from this video. So, listen carefully and I'll explain it later. I always forget to start, let's start on octave of C. So the pattern is this. So the pattern is really easy to learn if you have played a percussion instrument before, which is like including drums, guitar, electric bass, or anything that's like a non-pitched instrument. That it's just a pitched instrument which is always the same pitch unless you change your fingering. It's not like a wind instrument where you blow through it. It's just a finger instrument. Think about drums are also finger instruments because you use your hands, not your mouth. None of the only things that uses mouth is like a whistle or something. I don't know. Or a stylophone, if you know what that is. Okay, so here we go. How you're going to do this is basically get the rhythm right and then place your hand back on it, and I'll play in a slow motion while I talk you through it. So make sure your hand is start on C, this set, and then just do. Catch that? So you're gonna play this 3 times, and then on the first and third time you play it, you hit this note. And then wait until you're done hitting. Okay, so speed up to something like this. You see that? It jumps in before you hit the octave of C, right after you hit the octave of D. And then it's also the same thing with every other one. So it's just something like this together. So that is basically how you learn gigachad in 1 minute, 4 different forms. There is a 5th form, but I don't think I'll be able to explain how you do it in this video. But if you guys want to know, I'll also show you how to do it in on another video. So, here's gigachad. I've only learned it today in less than 20 minutes of working. This is how gigachad sounds in 20 minutes, or less than 20 minutes of working. Sorry, I messed up. Me, it's a bit messy because it's only been 20 freaking minutes, but it's pretty much there. There are some tutorials on YouTube that are explaining much harder gigachad forms that you guys could learn, but this is the easiest way you can learn it. So make sure to start with the most easiest. to the hardest. And you basically get the gist. So that is how you learn gigachad in just less than 20 minutes.